Jordan-Hare Stadium, one of the most intimidating and passionate environments in all of college football. More than 87,000 will be watching that eagle fly overhead and getting set to back their beloved Auburn Tigers. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bulldogs offense will have the first possession of the game. This rivalry is intense, guys, but with all of the connections between the two, it's more like a family feud more so than a bitter war.
And for example, about the connections, Reese, how about Vince Dooley, longtime Georgia coach? He went to Auburn. How about great player Pat Dye, All-American at Georgia? Coaches at Auburn, the connections are real, the rivalry is real.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 33. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. The Bulldogs have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds his target down the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Bulldogs are rolling down the field. Off play action on first down. Good timing on the quick out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Slides away. It's complete to the right. And he's running in the open. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line. Third and goal from way back there. Off play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Big decision now for you on offense. You just gave up a negative play, right? You've killed some momentum down here close to the goal line, but do you believe your guys can go out and execute the game plan in red zone offense early and really try to suck the energy out of the stadium?
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. It is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Hartman. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Auburn Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keep it up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
It might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
To the ground with the back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Auburn lines up quickly. On 3rd down, going up top. Throws to the tight end. And that pass picked off. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. The back goes in motion. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Swings it out to the flat. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He's going to pass. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. He wants to throw. Still looking on the move. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite on Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. After the incompletion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Working that left side. Open runway ahead. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 4 over TCU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Touchdown, Bulldogs! How about that D coming up with a play like that? They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and more. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, all the tradition and bad blood between these programs, it's all kind of come to a boil today in a spirited first half in this battle between the Tigers and Dogs. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Auburn and Georgia plays out.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They keep it on the ground to open the third. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Fast motion from the offense. On second down, looking again to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Great move. Now he's got room. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. They want to get this defense on its heels.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers in green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Leaves it with the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Wide out in motion. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
He's going to pass on second down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they tacked on the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Coming after him. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Pocket starts to collapse. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Gets rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Going up top on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. After the incompletion, looking at second down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Georgia lining up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. He'll call for the fair catch here. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Auburn lines up quickly. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. The Dogs are starting to hunker down, and they are sinking their teeth into the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
And the red and black going crazy, the fans going nuts, and Georgia has dominated this rivalry of late. Auburn fans are sick and tired of the Dogs, but man, they got to do something about it.
And they'll try to tack on 2. On the ground. Good, solid tackle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That keeps the score. Georgia 26, Auburn 7.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. On second down, looking to throw. Getting some heat. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate.
And when you get these quarterbacks and these offenses in 3rd and long and you know it's passing situations, man, KD bar the door, let's rush the passer, bring everybody. You know what's coming. Get after the QB, and you cause the fumble. Great 3rd down execution by this defense.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Stumbled to the ground. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at them any different. They were looking at it to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent, and really putting their A game out there on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.